Good morning, everybody. Welcome to week number 8, module 8 of EDU 600. This week, we're going to be taking a look at experimental designs and factorial design. So both of these types are really, they fall under the umbrella of quantitative research, which we've been studying for the last 2 weeks, and they're just different tweaks of quantitative research and different designs. So before I get into the actual materials that we have in week number 8, I'd like to mention a couple of things. First of all, if you have not gotten your article capture 1 assignment into me, please do so as quickly as possible. Some of you have reached out to me on various assignments, and if you have not and you're having trouble completing anything, please let me know. It's important that we stay on top of the work, especially this time of the semester. I won't say the course becomes any harder, but if you have assignments that have not been submitted yet, it becomes a little gummy as we move forward. Excuse me. And also, if you have not submitted your qualitative critique, please do so ASAP. For those that have submitted them, I've already provided audio comments to you and your grades. So if you haven't listened to those, please do. If you can't find the audio files, please let me know and I'd be happy to help. So let's get right to week number 8 and experimental research. So in experimental research, really, I put some summaries in here. Experimental research is a study that strictly adheres to the scientific research design. So in this case, there's a hypothesis and a variable that can be manipulated by the researchers, variables that can be measured, calculated, and compared. So what's the purpose of this? Well, it seeks to determine the relationship between the two variables. Meaning, is there a correlation between a specific aspect of an entity and the variable being studied? So, I provided, in addition to Chapter 8, I have some videos that I'd like you to watch. But the first thing is you're watching the overview video, which will be, as you can see, this is the one from last year. I'm recording one as we speak. Okay. What's involved? Well, take a look at the videos. This one by Jeff Beaudry. We have another experimental research. Excellent. I vet all of these before I put them online. Take a look at types of experimental design once again. Now, nuts and bolts for the week. Read chapters 8 and 9. And I say identify 2 to 3 quotes from each one of the chapters that help you understand each one of these chapters. Write them out, and you don't need to submit those to me at this point. This really is the honor system. If you want to do it, that's great. I will not collect anything. I may circle back to these 2 or 3 quotes that you have later on in the course. I'd like you to read an introduction to experimental research. And then we have, if you remember, week number 3, everybody was assigned to one of 3 groups, Group A, Group B, Group C. We're doing the same thing this week. You're in the same groups. You're assigned a different portion to take the lead on, but you're in the same group. So if you were Group A back in week number 3, you were still Group A. So I'd like you to read one of these articles. Here's the PDFs for each one of those. And then I'd like you, as a group, to discuss the articles. But as an example, Group A, they're reading Give Your Ideas Some Legs, Positive Effects of Walking on Creative Thinking. So these are the people that are assigned to that. You can see there's only 4 people assigned. We started off with 5 in this group and 1 person withdrew from the course. So I'm asking, like Darla in this case, to take the purpose and design. Nikki, lit review. Amy, sample. Everybody, please work on the data collection and everybody work on the critique. Group B, here's the members. the same thing. Amanda is going to be in charge of data collection all the way. Christina, purpose and design. And Group C. This is the article you're reading. This is the group. So that is this actual group work will culminate on November 6th when you write an experimental critique very similar to what you just submitted last Sunday, and you will be judged or you will be graded on what you submit. So this is the article that you're going to be working on a group project this week will be the article that you write your experimental critique coming up for the November 6th assignment. So it's more than just getting these things done, doing a discussion post. It's really an opportunity for you to as a group discuss the actual research. And I encourage you to take a look at chapters 9. Well, that's for the following week. There's a lot of information in our textbook, and I encourage you to take a look at specifically chapters 8 and 9, which will help you understand experimental research and critique it. Okay, so these are your groups. Advanced Organizer for week number 9. Visual and display assignments. We've been through this a couple of times. This is due this Sunday. So today is the 14th, so the Sunday night by midnight. This shouldn't be a major assignment. I know 4 or 5 people already have submitted this, and I thank you for that. So once again, here's the group A. This is the article you're reading. Please read the group discussion guide. So right here, guide for group discussion on research. And once again, Darla is going to take the lead on that. You create it the same way like you do on a weekly discussion post. Everybody has been through this in the class, but if you have trouble with it, please let me know. Let me know. Group B, there's the group members and assignments. Group C, the same thing. I do want to mention, it's not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, we have Article Capture 2 assignment, October 30th, that is due. This is where you will submit 3 additional articles similar to Article Capture 1. Some people submitted 3 excellent primary source documents. Other people have 1 that was acceptable. Some have 2. We'll talk about this later, but you should continue to be looking for for primary source documents or primary research for the Article Capture 2. So that is it for me. That's a fair amount of information over 8 minutes, and I'm trying to be as succinct as I can. If you have any questions, you haven't seen some grade so far in the semester, please let me know. Just shoot me an email, send me a text, and I'll do some research into it. But as of this moment, if you've submitted the article, if you've submitted Article Capture 1, and also the experimental, the qualitative research, you already have received grades on that and my comments. So have a good week, everybody. Hope you haven't lost power. I'm sitting up here in Topsom today. It's Friday at about almost 2 o'clock. The rain has somewhat stopped. The trees are whipping around, but knock on wood, still haven't lost power. So I hope everybody is high and dry with no loss of power. Have a good week next week, and any questions, just let me know. See you, everybody.